Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Ford Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense coming out here for the first time, led by their quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. Garoppolo, 5th season with the 49ers, 8th overall in the National Football League. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were...
Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Lions are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's Kaepernick. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Javon Kinlaw able to get him for a loss of about 3.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Kaepernick. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Play action, Garoppolo. Looking sideline, incomplete. I think that's Mack who's still down. Yeah, it is. Mack apparently shaken up there. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. incomplete pass on second down. That'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Garoppolo trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead at 7-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield, because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy.
And we always talk about sacks as a sign of defensive pressure. But the Lions also talked about how you affect a quarterback in the pocket. They had the fewest quarterback pressures in the entire league last year. So upgrading, that was a priority. And the front office appears to have gotten it done. There's a sack right there.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Snead. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play for the Niners. Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a third to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Now a handoff. Sermon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. They set up the screen for Sermon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gould is able to put it through. And they are on the board. 3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. and he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now Kaepernick. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And running with power here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A carry here for Hunt. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 41, Garoppolo. That one caught by Ross Dwelly. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Derwin James with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchdown. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Sermon now on 1st and 10. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. On the handoff, Sermon. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mucked that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And there are really very few fullbacks in the NFL today that get used as weapons in the passing game. But Kyle Juszczyk, definitely one of them. Part of the reason he's been a Pro Bowler 5 years in a row.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Garoppolo now. And able to haul it in is Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 40 yards. And the 49ers are back within a score. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is down to 4. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And Detroit back in possession of the football. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On play action, it's Campbell. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And oh, look at the catch by Gronkowski. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. DK Metcalf. 70 yards, and the Lions add on to their lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really a Impressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Now Bullock to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Brought in left side by Snead. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Willie Snead, 66 yards. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Gold to add the extra point. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Game offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. To throw is Kaepernick. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Hook up a 15 yards there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Now a man open down the middle of the field and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. On first down, Kaepernick. That completes it again to Metcalf. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Gotta love a guy who'll stand in there and deliver no matter what the pressure, waits for the route to come open, hangs in there, and completes the pass.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Kaepernick again. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Kaepernick. That is caught at the 7. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This will be caught at about the 6. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage. To throw, Kaepernick. And he's going to go down.
sacked back at the 13-yard line. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
And he'll be out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the connection, but not enough. 4th down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver?
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kareem Hunt, fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Well, this defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
After the sack on first down, Garoppolo. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. It returns it right back to Samuel. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. This is taken at about the 14. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Kaepernick now on first down. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
And he's taken down inside the 30. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him a little bit, I think. So and
he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. DK Metcalf. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the end result, a Detroit touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score? Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And a rout is on here in this first half. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Sermon. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Caught by Snead over the middle.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Garoppolo looks to throw. Snead's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14.
Deebo Samuel was a revelation for the 49ers in their run to the NFC Championship in his rookie year of 2019. Injuries kept him to just 7 games last year, but he brings a dimension of creativity when he's out on the field, and he makes a nice catch there for a first down.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Niners on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Get a nice lead, you should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. this might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on fourth down conversions. And here we go again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now it's Sermon. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.